Birmingham, 3 a.m. The trophy sits on the table, the light catching it in shades of dark gold. I've been staring at it for a long time. I can still feel the heat of the stage on my fingertips. They asked me what it feels like to be champion. I told them this isn't the end. But I didn't tell them that when I said those words, my throat tightened. 2 weeks ago, Columbus. I stood there like an animal locked in a cage. The Arnold Classic, the stage I'd been preparing for all winter, and I didn't even get the chance to step onto it. The number on the scale was a slap in the face. Loud, cold, no mercy. I stood there watching others walk onto that stage, listening to the applause meant for someone else, and all I could do was swallow every bit of rage and walk away. That night, I spent a long time in the hotel gym. All the lights were off. The only thing moving was the red numbers on the treadmill. I asked myself, are you the kind of man who gets knocked down and stays down? I didn't answer. I just remembered that night, remembered what it tasted like. When I got back to the training room, I had changed. Not stronger, necessarily quieter. I stopped talking about my goals with anyone. Stopped posting on social media about how I'd be back. I left all my words with the iron, the barbells, and those gym ceilings that only ever saw me at 4 in the morning. Every set of squats, I thought about that night in Columbus. Every cardio session that left my legs shaking, I thought about that number. Every bland, tasteless piece of chicken, I told myself not yet, not enough. I broke myself down, then pieced myself back together, again and again and again. Until today, Birmingham. The stage lights were brighter than I remembered. Standing backstage waiting, I closed my eyes and listened to my heartbeat. It wasn't nerves. It was a calm I hadn't felt in a very long time. I knew I was ready, not because I wasn't afraid to lose, but because I knew the taste of losing better than anyone. And I wasn't about to let it touch me again. The moment I stepped onto the stage, all those lights burned into me like fire. I hit my first pose, tightened every muscle, and poured every bit of pain from the last 6 months into that stage. Every ounce of suffering, every tear, every sleepless night where I had to dig deeper than I ever thought I could. When the head judge called my name, Mike Sommerfeld, champion, the world went silent. I stood there, trophy in hand, the spotlight following me. In that moment, the darkness of Columbus, the humiliation of that scale, the countless lonely mornings at 4 a.m., they all came rushing back. And then, just as fast, they washed away. I didn't cry, I just took a deep breath, because I knew what this trophy was. It was proof. Proof for the man who doubted himself in that Columbus night. You're not done. You just weren't there yet. Now, people ask me what's next. I tell them, the Olympia. They say, this is your first Arnold Pro title. You should celebrate. I look at them and I say very plainly, I haven't forgotten Columbus, and I won't forget Birmingham. But the Olympia stage, that's where I truly belong. Tonight, I'm a champion, but tonight, I'm still not there yet. There's a bigger stage to conquer, a higher mountain to climb. More people to prove wrong, to show them that the man who fell into the dust in Columbus can rise up from Birmingham, and then, under the lights of the Olympia, silence the whole world. The trophy sits on the table. I reach out and touch its base. Cold, hard, like my resolve. The sun will be up soon. Tomorrow, training as usual. I'm Mike Sommerfeld, champion of Birmingham, contender for the Olympia. The best of me hasn't arrived yet.